All right, so we need to talk about the franchise champion, which is a ridiculous title that has been handed out by the WBC. So far, two fighters hold this title, and that's Canelo Alvarez and Lomachenko. All right. Now, for Canelo Alvarez to have this, because first of all, this title is just stupid as fuck. Okay. That's number one. It should not exist. But for the reasons that they gave for giving this title to Canelo Alvarez, makes better sense than it does for Lomachenko, a guy who doesn't even have 20 fucking fights under his belt. All right. Who lost his very first fucking fight. And the WBC is already saying that he has done enough to be able to avoid mandatories and basically do whatever the fuck that he wants to do. How is this even allowed, man? This is how much the WBC, this is how much respect they have for us as boxing fans, that they're going to try to get away with shit like this. Franchise champion, that means you don't have to fight your mandatories and you get to have things the easy way for the rest of your career. It's stupid, man. There's no belt or anything. It's just a made up title. They made it up out of thin air just to create a ducking device for their stars. That's what it is. The franchise champion is nothing but a ducking device put in place for their star athletes that they don't want to see lose because they want to keep that money flowing in. Fuck you, pay me. That's all this shit is about, man. We don't want our stars to lose. We're going to protect our stars. So we're going to come up with this fucking ridiculous title, and we're going to hand it out to whoever we feel is lucrative for us, for our business, for our pockets. That's what this whole franchise champion shit is, man. It's just dumb. And it couldn't even be done in any other sport. It would be impossible to pull this off in any other sport. Imagine, let's say they want to hand the franchise championship off to the Lakers, okay? The NBA decides to create this fucking title, and the Lakers, they get to decide what teams they play throughout the season. And no matter what, they're going to be champions. They're going to make it to the playoffs no matter what. Because they've been given this title, because they've done so much for the organization throughout their history that, they feel, the NBA feels that the Lakers deserve this fucking title. I mean, imagine how that would go over with NBA fans. You can apply that to football, anything, okay? What in the fuck is going on, man? It's like they're creating these titles just to stop fights from happening. Devin Haney, he's trying to make a name for himself. He's trying to fight Lomachenko. Lomachenko says he don't want to fight him because he's too young. And now he's the franchise champion, so he has a free pass to duck. And they're basically camouflaging the ducking with this title that they created. That's all this shit is, man. If Devin Haney wants to fight Lomachenko, if he's willing to do that, his age shouldn't matter. It's bullshit, okay? I could respect Devin Haney saying that he feels that he's too young in his career, so he doesn't want to fight Lomachenko. I can understand that better than Lomachenko saying, I don't want to fight him because he's too young. That's a fucking excuse. You're supposed to be so great, you got this fucking franchise title handed to you, and you don't even want to fight Devin Haney. How many more people are the WBC going to give this title to? Why doesn't Deontay Wilder have this fucking title? How come they didn't create that back when Floyd Mayweather was making them all types of money, promoting the green belt? That's all he did. That's the only thing he cared about was the green belt. He said that out of his own mouth. They didn't think about doing anything like that for him. But Canelo Alvarez, out of all the fighters out there, Canelo Alvarez and Lomachenko get the fucking title. This is what boxing has become, man. It's a fucking joke, man. You got a bunch of fixed fights. You got a bunch of star building without actually uh, letting them just become a star by fighting in real fights and taking on the best challengers out there and unifying titles and becoming undisputed. None of that. You don't have to do any of that anymore. All you have to do is have a marketable face, and that's it. Show up in the ring with whoever they fucking put you in there with. That's all you got to do nowadays. You don't have to fight the best champion, the champion in each division. You just have to just pick one out, and we'll tally it up, and we'll put you alongside fucking Henry Armstrong, Sugar Ray Robinson, all that. Matter of fact, we're gonna make an argument that you could potentially be better than those guys who didn't have fucking rehydration clauses and catch weights and shit in any of their fights. You know, I heard that there was a rehydration clause for this fight with Canelo and Kovalev. After the fact, this wasn't even something that they agreed upon way ahead of time. This was something after the fact that they did. You know, and this is what we're dealing with as boxing fans. They don't even respect us enough to know that, hey, they're not going to go for this right here. And you got all these casual fans who have no idea what the fuck is going on. They think that the franchise champion really means something. You know, and now we got to deal with these arguments when we're debating on where these fighters land in history. Now we got to hear, well, Canelo made it to become the first franchise champion in history. Like, now that's a fucking argument that us real boxing fans have to deal with now, thanks to the WBC. Man, this shit right here, boy. But, you know, I just had to get that off my chest. You guys leave me your comments. Let me know what you think. I'm out. Deuce.